unexpected. What's up, guys? This is episode number 20 of the Dropout Court podcast. I am Cole, you are Deniz, and a little pop-up just came up saying that...
Recording in progress.
Recording in progress.
It sounded like Ben Shapiro.
Why is that never
hypothetically, if I was recording right now, what would you guys be doing? Chat us. We'd be recording a podcast.
Yeah, it is episode 20. Today, we're going to teach
legal.
you... Almost drinkable.
Almost. Oh, no, wait. It is legal, but drinkable.
Yeah. Today, we are going to teach you how to not be so fucking annoying. How to not piss off other people by existing.
It's already hard enough.
Exactly.
That's a hard task, to be honest. To not be annoying to somebody, I suck at that. Literally,
right.
Before this, okay, there's always a story before every fucking episode of some dumb shit we do. So we said so it's like now what 12. I said 11:15. Let's boot it up.
Yeah.
And Cole's like I'm taking a poop. This is around like 11. I'm telling him I'm taking a poop. I gotta get ready out there. I'm like, okay, bet. And then in my head I was like, I'll let you know when I'm ready. So I was waiting for 45 minutes. It's on TikTok, YouTube, stuff like that. And Cole texts me. And he's like,
at like 11:45, and I'm like, bro, I thought you were supposed to start the call like a half hour ago. and then I was waiting for you to be done pooping. I thought you were gonna.
So we're just both.
We're
on our
both just sitting at our computers for like 45 minutes. Like, we're fucking incompetent, bro.
That is my biggest pet peeve.
I was like, nah, I was waiting for you. I was ready by 11:15.
That's my biggest pet peeve is miscommunication.
Right.
You know, we're not being on the same wavelengths. I don't think it's going to work out.
Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about today. We are just going over our pet peeves. If you want to hear us complain for an hour, stay tuned.
Yeah, true. My pet peeve I'm learning right now is don't brush your teeth before a podcast because your throat is.
Yeah, I told you.
Wait, you didn't tell me that part.
We're about to start recording, and Deniz was like, "Oh wait, I gotta go brush my teeth." Why? What is one brush gonna do? That's like when you have a dentist appointment and you know you've treated your teeth like shit for the past year, and so you brush real well right before. Like that's gonna make a fucking difference.
And that was my mindset for actually like years in middle school. I was like, they won't know until the day of. They're like, bro, your gums are fucking bleeding. They're red. I was like, bro,
you have gingivitis.
You have gingivitis. But shit, no, yeah. I think I have a full list of pet peeves. I sat down and I was like, damn, a lot of shit in this world annoy the fuck out of me. A lot.
Yeah, I made the list while getting an oil change yesterday.
An oil change?
Yeah.
Pet peeve 1, fuck cars. I hate them.
Nah, dude, getting your oil changed is actually so hype. Like, wait, I don't know. It's just nice. You get to sit in the car and you feel it kind of moving around while they're doing stuff underneath. And they do the whole left turn signal, right turn signal, flash the brights for me.
Yes, please tell me what to do. Yes, daddy.
Like
it's just based on like daddy kink.
Like it's low key like an ASMR thing. Like when you're just sitting there and all around you there's like the zzz and like that one specific bell sound that's just at car places. The like ding ding or like, and it's like
I don't
a
even
ding.
know that. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, they're always like in the back, all the way somewhere.
Yeah, it's just like a bell sound that only happens at like oil change places.
And you're like, oh shit, that sounds kind of good.
It's so relaxing to get your oil changed. I don't know.
For me, the ASMR part in that process would probably be when I do the blinkers. I love how it sounds like I don't know why that's so satisfying to me. But other than that, I fucking hate like working with cars and stuff like that. Oh yeah, update on the car thing. Last interview, I didn't get the job.
Oh right.
Yeah, it's car related. So I was like, shit. So I can shit talk them now.
Fuck Tesla. Fuck Elon Musk.
Fuck Elon Musk.
Not funny anyway.
True. Your memes suck. Your tweets suck. Every time I pass by a Tesla now, I'm always like,
should I crash into it?
Should I can? I know how bad their autopilot is.
Watch you self-drive over the fucking railing
off the bridge. I'll walk past them. You know how like I drive sometimes without my hands, but like it's only, if you're going a straight line, you're just like, bitch, I can do that too. My car can do that too. Shit, I'm not even EV. Shit. Tesla ain't shit. Fuck.
True.
So back to that. So that was sad. I was sad for a day. bro, it was bad.
Dude, you were
I was
sad
down.
for a few days.
Yeah, but I don't know. Shit, I was hyped. I was like, damn. And then now back to job searching, and it kind of sucks. But it's okay.
It's fine.
But at least I get to be with my boy,
Bro.
because that job would have required me to travel somewhere, Miami, and
now we can have our stream room eventually.
Eventually, I don't know when. But
probably August-ish. Give me a couple months. Even so, I could start trying to get the stuff moved out of the way, and then like start, designing. Start painting or something.
We got an internal graphic designer. No, graphic design is my passion. That's not a job. That's not the job. What's the job for it?
Interior design.
Interior design. Graphic designer.
Graphic design is my passion.
I'm excited for that shit. Damn.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck. All right, so the meat and potatoes.
Speaking of cars, I have so many pet peeves about driving and cars in general.
Yeah, I think the only thing I'll say about that is I don't like driving.
Oh, I love driving.
Well, driving alone. Like driving alone. I like being with people, stuff like that, and like being in a little box by yourself, and I'm like confined.
With
I'm like
bangers.
Oh, see, I haven't listened to a lot of music recently. I mostly listen to podcasts, so I have YouTube videos on.
I've been doing that more recently, where I have YouTube videos on in the background.
And it sucks because my dad got like a tracker thing where it's like, oh, if you have a good car credit, like if you drive good, basically, you can save like $100. It never said a month or a year. It was $700. They didn't mention it, but there's a thing it attaches to it, and it tracks like how hard you're hitting the brakes, how fast you're going in, and then one of the things is if you're on your phone, and I'm like fuck, because I just have YouTube on. I don't watch it. I just have it on and put it somewhere and just listen to it, but the screen stays on. So it says like my phone is like, it says like I'm always using my phone at all times. My dad's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, listen, it was mad on. So yeah, we still have it on. I just disable it. We don't know what we saved. It was pain. It was annoying.
Lovely. It was pain.
That's my pet peeve of my dad not knowing how to use technology and then using that to make everybody's life more annoying. This man, okay, can I get another pet peeve? I'm sorry, I know I was talking about you first, but this is a pet peeve I just realized right now.
You're good, go.
Our house temperature is at like 76 all times. Hot.
It's kind of warm.
Yeah. And this room, just with the lights now, this gets hot in here. My bedroom gets I'm sweating at night, every night. and I tell my dad, like, Dad, can you make it like 72, 73? That'd be kind of tight. My mom agrees. And he's like, no, it's too cold. I'm like, it's easier to go from cold to hot. You just wear a blanket. Right. You can have a onesie and shit, be cute and shit. And he's always like,
there's only so much you can take off if you're too hot.
Exactly, yeah. And it doesn't even work. You just sweat more. And then he's always just like, I'm like, what does that mean? What do you mean? I'm sweating every fucking, I gotta take a shower every day because of that shit. Goddamn. And my hair is looking bad. I'm getting all frizz because of it. Fuck. I'm leaving. I'm going home.
My house is at 71. Nice
71.
Nice 71.
My dad sometimes puts it at 77.
Christ almighty. Like, I would die.
And it's annoying because he's a bigger guy, so you would think that he can hold more heat so he can bring it lower. No, he's just cold all the time. I'm like, bro. And he's always in his underwear. Sometimes no shirt.
Why dads always do that? Dads will always just hang out in the undies.
Did I tell you? I don't know if I ever said in the podcast.
Oh no.
But for one of my classes in Zooms, whatever, my dad just walks in, underwear and like shirt, like no shirt. But thank God you don't see his underwear. But you saw his stomach. So in the corner of the frame, you just see like a. I'm like,
oh my God.
And I'm 100% sure they saw that shit. I was like, fuck.
Oh my God.
Bad. It was
That's
bad.
Awful.
Yeah. And ever since then, now I'm in this room.
Nice.
And as Silver of Fury is going to like pop in and just, hello. Son. All right. So what was your pet peeves?
So starting with driving pet peeves. First of all, people who just have like loud ass cars or like motorcycles or something.
True.
Like you're just chilling at a red light
Yeah.
and then it turns green, and someone, like,
that was a good
what the
impression.
fuck?
Fuck, that was pretty accurate.
like,
Fuck.
what is the fucking
Especially-
purpose?
Yeah, I think that's like an added. Like you pay money to do that, right? That's like just
Right.
natural.
Yeah. I mean, some things like motorcycles are just loud as shit.
yeah,
usually.
that I get. But like literally, it's an add-on. It's always the ugliest cars too. It's like some beatdown. I know there's like some car culture where it's like, oh, this
right,
is
where
like,
it's like, oh, this old ass Honda is like the pinnacle of,
of like speed racing. Like, I'm not gonna act like I know the culture of all that stuff, but I'm like, damn, it's a Honda.
You know,
It's a Mazda, dog.
That actually leads into something else. Cars that are ugly as shit. Like who designed that? Like who designed like the Ford Taurus and was like, yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. Was it the Cube one?
Yeah, like those don't look good.
Who's like,
or like, dude, the biggest example, that one, I think it's a Nissan, and it has the ugly ass headlights. The ones that kind of like,
oh,
like,
they like protrude out.
yeah,
I kind of like that. Apparently,
No.
I have hot take in cars. I like the Cybertruck. Everybody else hates it.
Cybertruck is like neither here nor there. It's kind of gimmicky looking, you know.
Yeah, that I can agree with. But yeah, loud cars are just
cars that just look dumb as shit.
Ugly.
Like who designed that? And then they were like, "Yep, make 1 billion of them." Like I don't
and
get
also
it.
like the add-ons where the people who make the wheels like sideways and shit. It's like this. And
Oh yeah, and the wheels are like
yeah, and I'm like, it legit. If I have
Y'all
a child
pay money.
and somebody picks up my child with that, it's a red flag immediately. Red
Oh yeah,
flag.
immediate red flag.
I don't get,
Dude, just
like,
car people in general are like a red flag.
yeah, just it's okay to have a passion with cars and shit like that, but it tends to just be assholes. Some communities just breed assholes. Smash Bros.
Assholes.
Cars. Assholes. Gamers.
Mhm.
Assholes.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, but I think I never met a car person that was sane.
True.
They either were like some fucked up in the head where like they either beat women. That's pretty much it. They just beat women. That's the whole
Yeah.
personality.
Yeah.
Or they're white trash.
Mm.
Yeah, but no, fuck car people. I can't tell if it relates with car people, but I think in my head it does a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just loud people in general.
Oh yeah.
Like when they talk, they can't talk. It's a Turkish thing too. Because in Turkey, when my mom went originally to Turkey, she thought everybody was fucking angry at each other.
They just talk loud.
They yell at each other. They're like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Nah, that shit's crazy. Fuck. But they're yelling. They do very hand gestures like "What the fuck?" like that specifically. And my mom was like, "Damn, why is everybody so angry?" It's like my dad was like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "No, we're just having chill. We're just talking about soccer or something, having tea or playing chess or something." And it's like yelling at each other. I'm like, yeah. But and then here it's weird. It's like, because for the most part, American culture is not loud. But you think so?
I think we're pretty loud.
Wait till you get to Europe because people are just yelling. I don't know. But and I don't know. Here it just seems like people here are nicer. I can definitely.
That's what
say.
I've heard. Like when a couple of my friends, they lived in England and then they moved here, and the neighbors like actually like said hi. Like they would just be walking and people would like wave, and they were like, "What the fuck is happening? Why are you looking at me? I don't know."
Yeah. I don't. Who are you? What are you doing? Yeah.
Right.
It's imagine New York, but everywhere. Like if you pass by somebody, they're like, "The fuck?" Like you literally don't exist to them.
You don't make eye contact ever.
You don't. I mean, you just, especially if they're like a older, like middle-aged man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, kind of rugged. You just don't look at them. Kind of just look forward. But I feel like in European cultures, once you get to know them more, they're really opening. I think in initial greetings, Americans are much nicer. But then you get down, you reach all this conservative bullshit and all this racism in there. It's just not fun.
True.
Pet peeve. Republicans.
Don't be racist.
True. Pet peeves. Bro, I have a friend.
Oh no.
I have a friend whose friend is dating a guy who's kind of racist.
Oh?
And then she's like pretty like liberal. And we're like, why are you
How
still
does that work?
Yeah, why are you still with him? And he's like, oh, but I can change. Like, it's like some Stockholm syndrome with there. I'm like
savior complex.
Yeah, I'm like, I can change him. Where he's like, it's not that bad. I'm like, bro, he says some fucking pretty racist shit. Goddamn. And I don't know. It's like it ties in with another pet peeve. This is gonna be so weird. I mean, I don't know if it's weird, but it's like just fake woke people, I guess, or performative woke people who just post on like Instagram stories and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, here's this, like all these things. I'm like, okay, what are you doing about it? Like, it's just I get the idea of spreading like information stuff like that, but like a fucking Instagram panel for the most part, it's not like I get what like big if there's an issue you're passionate about, hell yeah. But I'm like, man, I don't know. Sometimes people just do it and then they don't know what they're talking about it.
Yeah,
stuff like about it. Like recently, like so, I'm pro-Palestine for life, baby, right?
Facts.
But a lot of liberals did simplify it to like it's like ignoring a lot of a lot of history. Both sides are Hamas is terrible, Israel's terrible, free Palestine.
Yeah.
Right? But people make it like just ignoring all that. And it's like what's happening right now is terrorism. It's fucking genocide and shit like happening. But man, people just they don't know. they act as if like they're experts on it already.
Right. Like I already know. I barely know shit about it. But just let the people live in their houses. Just give the people their fucking shit land. Back.
Holy shit,
just give people their shit back.
Yeah. And it just it annoys me. And then now there's a big thing was like if you're pro-Palestine, you're like anti-Semitic shit like start happening now. Which there's been some anti-Semitic shit happening recently. There has been a rise, which is fucked up. That should stop. But like it's like apparently being pro-Palestine is anti-Semitic. I'm like, bro, no, I have Jewish people in my family. I have people who live in fucking Israel and shit like that. And like they're even like, bro, this shit's fucked. And they're omega religious. They live in apartments in Miami that like you don't have electricity on Fridays or Sundays, whatever. And then they're omega and they're like, bro, pro-Palestine, dog.
Dude, my thing is I don't see how being pro-Palestine can be anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Because literally you're like pro the Holy Land. Like, how is that anti-Semitic? How is that fucking... It's like giving the land back to the holiness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't see how that's anti-Semitic
and
even a little bit.
I saw, I was like, the person was making a post about like the difference between Israel and Palestine. Palestine is using children as like covers to bomb. And Israel's bombing to protect a citizen. Like you're bombing children just because they're using, just because they're taking children as hostage, does not justify you fucking bombing or sending missiles to fucking children. I was like, hey dude, like that's like going to like a bank and he's like, oh, the hostage. I was like, what was I supposed to do?
They were robbing the bank.
They were robbing the bank. I had to do it. I had to protect me. I had to protect the bank, so he killed the hostage. That makes no fucking sense. But yeah, I think that kind of goes to other like the pet peeves, like people who just simplify.
Yeah.
And I realize like a lot of things in life are not black and white. There's a lot of gray in there. But God, sometimes liberals do annoy me. It's pushing me more and more left. Become leftist. How about you? What's another pet peeve? Sorry, we went on we had to go on a casual rant on Palestine and Israel conflict in the Middle East. Of course we had to.
Fucking so there are a couple things about I'm still on driving. I still got a couple driving.
Good.
Ones.
I'm still in Palestine.
When people always drive with their brights on, that shit pisses me off.
Like the bright brights, right?
What?
Like the brights, like the...
Yeah. Like I remember you at one point drove with your brights on because one of your headlights was out. And so you had to have your brights on.
I had to compensate.
But like I'll be driving at night and someone will come at me with their bright ass like white LED lights.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I can't fucking see. You know what I do? You know how usually you like flash the brights to tell people to turn them off? I'll just turn mine on and just hold them there so that they get a taste of what they're fucking doing to me.
Skip behind them.
Dude, I'm so petty. I will literally like just hold my brights on whenever I see them. And then if they don't turn them off, I'll just keep them there and then turn them off when they pass.
Fuck, I love being petty while driving, especially in high school. It was, you know which road I'm talking about when I used to take you, or it's like a 2 road, one way but two lanes.
Yeah.
And remember the fucking like semi truck kids or the truck kids?
Yep.
They would, there's the entrance to the parkway, and they always park right here, right next to it, and they would block it. Like they wouldn't until all the truck people got in their cars. Then they would all go.
Yeah.
Not one by one. They're the most annoying ass people. And in the mornings, we would drive, and then they'll be the ones that were like vroom, 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 going crazy, right? So at one point, this car and I don't even know them, but we looked at each other. We're like, we saw one coming behind us, and we were like, yes, we know what to do. We literally blocked the whole entire way. We're just like this, just the whole time, and you can literally see the truck being like.
That's so funny.
It was one of the most proudest ones. Anything to just annoy, like just rednecks.
Yep.
I love it.
One time I was driving home and the road going back to my house is 55, right? And there was this person riding my ass with their brights on. I slowed down to like 35 trying to get them to pass me, and they never did. They just stayed right on my fucking ass with their brights on.
They're there to annoy you.
I was like, dude.
I'm convinced they're just there to fuck people's day. I'm convinced they're just like NPCs, and they're just programmed to just like annoy, just like GTA characters. They don't have anything else to do in their life but that.
Yep.
Fuck them.
They're the GTA NPCs that like you pass by and they're like, learn to fucking drive.
Yeah, you get on the side of the road just a little bit. Learn to fucking drive.
Right.
Fuck. And then you run them over and then spawn again.
Right. And then one more. So we live in Florida. Sun showers. Fucking sun showers.
Really? I like
Dude,
them.
It's raining hard as fuck, and so I gotta have my windshield wipers on and the sun's in my eyes. Come on, that's fucking awful. That's awful.
True. Oh, do you know? Actually, no, I agree. Do you know why?
Why?
Because when you had the wipers that aren't like fresh, they leave like a trail.
Yeah,
and it's like all white.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Honestly, I don't remember having sun showers with intense rain though. It's always been light rain.
Dude, it happened to me like with like intense rain like a month ago.
Okay, yeah,
It was on Cinco de Mayo actually, because I was doing Uber Eats on Cinco de Mayo, and it rained hard as fuck, but the sun was still out.
Yeah,
dude, there was hail. There was literally hail.
You had all
I could
fucking
hear
elements.
it hitting my car.
You had all fucking elements. The Avatar came. Yeah. And came. It was like sun, water, ice, and then I don't know, it was ground. An earthquake happened somewhere.
Yep.
Fuck.
Dude, it was
okay. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Do you have any more car ones, or is that it for cars?
When a green light is just a slightly different color than the other green lights. You know when one of the green lights, yeah, one of them has like a bluish tint, or it's like just a different saturation than the others. I hate it. It's such a.
He's like, I'm not gonna drive it. I'm just gonna stay here. I'm gonna go.
Dude, I don't like looking at it when one of them is different than the others.
I thought that actually had a legit purpose. I thought there was like I don't fucking know, but I was, damn, that's a weird one. Just be like, I'm refusing. If I can't look at it, I'm not driving. I'm just gonna go. To be honest,
yeah.
Is that it for the cars?
Yeah, that's it for the cars.
So now my cars.
Oh, you have the cars on?
My whole entire list is just cars. No. I think this is recent.
Okay.
Your boy bought Doc Martens, right? Nobody told me that there's no padding in them.
Yeah, I've heard they're not.
So at least the Jordan 1s, just padding. You know, they feel good. Jeez. But the Doc Martens, so I heard, you have to break them in and then they get really comfortable.
Yeah,
right?
you have to break them in for like a year.
Yeah, like months. That's what I tell you, like 6 months. I'm like, or a year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. So I'm like walking around. I went to Universal.
You wore the Docs at Universal?
To the wine and dine thing. Not to the when we went, but to the wine event. And it was like 3 hours. Holy fuck. Blisters in my back of my heel. I literally felt it like what was it called?
Yep.
Not injecting.
Friction.
Piercing. Piercing, yeah. Injecting leather into my blood. No, and that shit was bro, there's no pain worse than like foot pain. Because like with
dude, I have a couple about foot things.
Was it pet peeves? Feet.
True.
But no, it's like when you have like an arm pain, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to use it.
Yeah.
You just let it. Yeah.
Yep.
Feet. What are you gonna fucking do? Not walk?
Right.
Well, I mean, technically you can, but
sit.
you just. I'm just gonna sit forever.
Right. All day.
But no, yeah. So fuck dark martens. No, they're kind of hype actually, especially with the drip. They're kind of drippy. More men should wear them. And another pet peeve that was recent. It's I can't believe I didn't put this down when I first made the list, but it's probably my biggest pet peeve that I just realized.
Mm-hmm.
People who chew ice.
I hate ice chewers.
Yeah, it literally like, ugh, I cringe so fucking hard when I see him. I'm like, my brother does it to me all the fucking time. My whole entire family does it actually, and I'm like, this is why I eat dinner in my room.
True.
You know, fuck them. Ugh, especially on like a first date. Immediate red flag. Immediate. Because it's in my head. It's like
that's some sociopath shit,
right? And it's like, oh, not even considerate of me. So like, what if he doesn't like me chewing ice? I'm just gonna chew ice, kind of like chewing with your mouth open. I'm personally okay with chewing your mouth open, to be honest.
Interesting.
But that's like you gotta like lean into it, you know? Like imagine a first date, you're like,
right?
You know, you gotta keep civility first date and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
How about you? What's a pet peeve?
So I have a bunch when it comes to like food etiquette.
Okay, I want to hear them.
One, slurping is the worst sound in the whole fucking world. Don't do it. I know that you do it.
I do it.
Yeah,
I do it
a lot. That's why I won't go to fucking ramen places with you anymore.
Listen, with ramen, you're supposed to slurp. Okay, that's half the.
That's why ramen is gross.
Fuck.
Wet food, bad. This one can be with food, but not always. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze.
Disgusting. God bless you, child.
Excuse me. Speaking of, that was a great transition, actually.
Sneezing.
What I was gonna say is when people burp and don't say excuse me.
True.
You know when people like have a loud ass burp and they're like, nice. Like, okay. No, that's gross.
Wait, is it with like at least okay in a friend group? With the boys. Say
excuse me. Just say excuse me. Okay. I don't even, if you don't even put like effort to cover it up, like you're just like, and then you just hang out. Like, I understand if you go, but then it just be like, ooh, excuse me.
True.
Like, say excuse me. Say.
And then you follow it up with the nice.
Right. You could say nice after, but at least pretend like you feel bad about it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I totally get that. Fuck. That was at me. All these peppers are just at me.
These are just, Dennis, stop. People who are rude to food service workers. I know that you'll understand this one. Fucking on Cinco de Mayo, like I said, I was doing Uber Eats and I picked up an order from Taco Bell, right? Mm-hmm. And there was a giant drive-through line. Like there were so many people in this drive-through line. There were like a shit ton of people working, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But
still annoying.
There's a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
And I went inside to pick up because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to park and then go inside to pick up the food. Mm-hmm. Sometimes there'll be drive-through, but usually it's inside. And this lady comes in and is like, wants to order inside, and the people tell her like it's gonna be a bit of a wait. There are a lot of people, and she's like, I am never coming to this location again, and like storms out with her kid. And I'm like, bro,
do you not see?
Do you see the fucking people? Like, just because you walked inside does not make you special.
Yeah.
Like,
and in those places like that, usually kind of prioritize drive lines.
Right. Like, it's like, okay, bye. Like, we don't care.
Yeah.
Like the other Taco Bells you go to are going to be just as packed. I promise. Yeah, they're going to tell you the same shit.
Yeah. That also ties into pet peeve. Okay, so I want to elaborate even more on the treating coworkers like shit. restaurant people like shit.
Yeah, I have a couple when it comes to
Yeah,
that.
I can't tell if this is like just extra or just me thing, but when you speak to like a restaurant person and you don't have a customer service voice, or you have like your voice doesn't like pitch up a little bit even.
When you just like it almost when you don't talk up, it sounds like you're talking down.
Yeah,
you know?
I think that's a really good way of saying that. If you're not talking up, it sounds like you're talking down. Yeah, and it sounds like you just have no experience. One, people don't have experience kind of working in like customer service ish is usually red
people
flag.
who haven't worked retail or like food service or something.
Because I think it really is like a really, really good like learning experience. I think it's valuable. You learn a lot of lessons there and stuff like that. So in general,
I feel like you become a better person when you work a retailer food.
Yeah, you understand just how to be nice to people and how to tolerate shit.
Yeah,
and just how far being kind goes. Stuff like that, and yeah, and then tying with it, like specifically, I don't know why it's objectively not a bad thing if you talk to a waiter or waitress and be like, oh, can I have this? Sure, can I have this? Like even being polite, thank you and all that stuff. But for some reason, it's like if you don't have like the added like, hey, yeah, so can I have this? Like this, please. How's this? For some reason, it's like, I don't know why. It's a little bit like I think you said it perfectly. Like if you're not talking up, it sounds like you're talking down. Yeah, and I think that summarizes it perfectly. I'm getting that tattooed on me. But and what you said with the lady tied into one of the biggest pet peeves, and you probably know why, or exactly who. People who lack situational awareness. Or can't read the room. So
read the room.
Yeah. So like it's reading a room is a skill, right?
It's definitely a skill.
But there's like a baseline where it's like kind of easy.
Yeah. Like you can see there's a shit ton of people in this drive-through line. Just know that it's gonna be a bit of a wait whether you go inside or not.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like it's kind of like the English language. It's like learning English is hard. But there's a baseline alphabet that's like easy. That's like the baseline. Just get past that.
Like, bro, you're going to a taco place on Cinco de Mayo. It's gonna be a rough.
It's gonna be packed, and then you get angry.
It's gonna be a rough time.
Yeah,
you know,
and you get angry. That's a rough time.
Right? What the fuck?
It's
like, did she forget?
Which is valid. I totally forgot Cinco de Mayo existed. Because I was inside, but still, like even if it wasn't Cinco de Mayo, right?
Right.
I think working at customer service, if anything goes wrong, I'm just like, it's okay. I don't mind.
Dude, I literally don't like every time people are like, it's gonna be a bit of a wait. I'm sorry. I'm like, bro, take your time. Like, don't worry about it.
Exactly. I was like, it just gives me more time to go on TikTok.
Literally. I just stand there and like scroll.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. I'm getting paid either way. Just stand here.
Yeah. And it's always like the older people, right? Which I kind of understand where they come from, where it's like, oh, I don't have a lot of time left, because I guess when you get older,
time's a commodity.
Time's really a commodity. I don't know why it was like like for them, time, it makes sense. You know why they value time at a higher, but like, God, don't be fucking rude to people. Holy shit. Yeah. Sorry, it takes 2 extra minutes. It seems like a lifetime, because you got nothing to do, but fuck, it's 2 minutes.
And along with that, I have when you like go out for a meal and you like it's a sit down place, and the end of the meal comes and you don't even try to like stack the plates or something like that, or like make the cleanup a bit easier.
Yeah, true. And
if people are just like, they're just sitting there and like as the person is trying to like pick up everything, what the fuck, man?
Did you notice that in the Turkish restaurant?
Yeah.
The waiter was like, damn, we have a family of restaurant employees here, because my brother and I were just like stacking on top.
Yep.
And yeah, I agree, actually. It's like, just you don't need to like put everything on one plate,
right? But just make
it a little bit easier,
right? Make little stacks or something.
Yeah,
I think, shitty tippers.
True.
Like
baseline 20. Minimum.
Baseline 20
minimum.
Exactly. I agree. I was gonna say, like, I feel like I tip very well because I have restaurant experience, and a bunch of my family has all been in the restaurant. Like, I know how much the tips mean.
Yeah.
And so like minimum 20.
Exactly. Yeah, I was having a friend who works at who did Elite bartending.
Oh, really?
And she finally got a job and so like that. And she was mentioning how like if like this person was like there for like 4 hours. Like I had like 3 or 4 drinks, something like that, and didn't tip anything.
Oh my God.
And it wasn't even like basic drinks. I remember she was saying it was like I made like specialty drinks, and it was like no tip. And she's like pissed. I'm like, yeah, Jesus, you did all that work. Yeah, it's I get some culture. My brother had his first big table at Olive Garden, was with I think like Middle Easterns. It was like a group of like 20 of them, and he was like, damn, I'm about to make some fucking money.
Oh no.
And they didn't tip anything because apparently
they don't know that the tip isn't included.
Yeah, in Middle Eastern cultures at least, tipping is not a thing. In most places, tipping is not a thing. And it's to him, it sounded like they just arrived. They're not local. So probably coming from like Universal or Disney or something like that.
Right.
So that part makes sense. But if it's like a white American, and there's like just being like, yeah, I don't believe in tipping. Like I'm like, okay, say that, which is fine, but like believe in like paying them more base salary, not giving them $2 an hour.
Right.
Like, and he's like, no, that's bad for businesses. I'm like,
yeah, fuck you.
Like, no, I think legit, like, that's why restaurant dates are like so good. It's like how you treat somebody.
Yeah, you can figure out a lot about someone from how they act at a restaurant.
Yeah, and I think we talked about this one before. But like, at least for me, I'm personally okay with paying on a first date, even if they invited me or if I invited them. I'm personally okay with paying first date, or just for most times in general. But it's the main part is that it's a test of if they say thank you or not.
Yeah, or if they offer.
Yeah, or if they just acknowledge. Because sometimes I get it, like it's like they're kind of nervous, and they're like thinking about it, and then it's too late when I pay and stuff like that. Or just mention it later. I don't know. It's.
But yeah, if they don't even thank you, if they just expect it,
I think
fuck that person.
Was a telltale sign if they just go straight on their phone or they walk away. I have had like because sometimes I can sense when they want to say thank you, there's like staring at to kind of feel bad.
Yeah,
I can sense that.
Yeah,
but sometimes it's like,
yep,
yeah. I'm like, that's
person.
Yeah, and that person is like a test. I'm like, okay, I'm just trying to get this date as quick as possible. Trying to give me some food. True. But and I think it's just not even paying food in general, just in general. Like opening a door for somebody.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like, not even a thank you, really?
Right.
Like you don't owe anybody anything, but like, goddamn, that's human generosity is not based on onus. It's doing on stuff that you respect people. You would like people to do to you. You don't expect people to do for you, but you would like people to do for you.
Right.
And I think there's this idea of like onus, which is annoying.
Yeah, we've talked about onus.
Yeah.
A bunch of times.
Nobody owes anybody anything. But
just be a nice person.
Just be a nice person. It's not hard. Oh, sorry. Is my last one? You can go for a little bit. My bad.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
When you make plans with a group, but one person dips, like on the last day, whatever, and then everybody else starts dipping because that one person dipped.
Yes. Oh my God.
It's like it seems like nobody had an intention to actually hang out, but they're just waiting for that one person.
Waiting for one person.
Yeah. And I'm like, fucking let's be like, yeah. Why say yes? Just be like, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm like, okay, that's totally fine. But like, just one person, like, yeah, it's not gonna be as crowded or as busy as I thought. I kind of want to hang out with you one-on-one, or like with 3 people. I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave. I'm like, bro, like, I don't know. That shit annoys me. It annoys me.
Me too.
Sorry, but you go my bad.
So I have a bunch of random ones that don't really relate to anything.
Yeah.
You know when the trash bag, like when like one part, like so you have the trash can and then you have the trash bag in the trash can. Yeah. You know when part of it starts to come undone?
Yeah.
And then like you have like a weird space between the trash can and the trash bag and things start like falling in weird ways.
I fucking hate that shit.
That shit annoys me. Like just make a better bag.
do you know what's a pet peeve that I do?
What?
That I hate that other people do, but I do.
What?
Is if the trash bin is like full and you take it out and you put it
you just start stacking stuff.
No. You don't replace it with another bag. And you throw shit in it. I hate when people do, but I do sometimes.
That is
Because mostly in the sense that like ours is like an open where you press on the foot and it opens, and then I press it and I'm like mid animation. It's like a game. Animation has to continue, has to end. So I throw the thing away and I'm like, I'm too lazy. Like put my hand in there, pick it up, put it back.
Dennis.
That's one of the pet peeves that I'm guilty of that I hate.
Bad.
I'm
bad.
I am just a man. I'm human. We make mistakes. As John Belling says, I am just a man.
I'm just a man.
Who lust gives tries.
Yeah.
A lot of lust.
Sometimes I lose my way.
Banger song, by the way. Fuck.
Banger. You were talking about feet earlier.
All right, 2-hour episode. Let's fucking go.
You know when you get a bug bite on like the top of your foot, like where, like right.
It's like right on a vein. Even
it's right like.
Show your feet, Cole. Show your feet.
No, I'm not gonna show my feet on stream. It's like right above where your big toe is.
Wait,
like
above?
you know that big flat space.
Oh. Yeah.
Should I show my toe on stream?
No, don't show your toe. I'll put giant sensor barges.
But you know what I'm talking about. Like
subscribe to the Patreon for feet pics.
Anywhere on the top of your foot, bug bites are the worst.
Yeah.
Because they always itch the most, and then you have raw skin because you itched it so much, and then you try and put socks on and it stings real bad.
Yeah. And I think any pain feet related just kind of sucks. Yeah.
And then it starts trying to like scab over, and you try and take your sock off, and it hurts real bad because it's like stuck.
Okay, I never got it stuck. Oh yeah, there's like you have to peel it off a little bit.
Yes, it's just the fucking worst.
Feet can suck. If you had one limb, you can get rid of arms or legs.
One lib.
one lib you can get rid of.
Do I get rid of arms or legs?
Yeah, legs easy, I would say.
Guess legs.
But you can't get it replaced. Oh yeah, still legs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because these
wheelchair.
Wheelchair gang.
Wheelchair is
zooming. Was he had another foot? Or was that a foot?
Bug. It's another thing about bug bites. When you get bug bites like between your fingers, like right there or something.
Oh, I never get in between. But no, I know we're talking.
Or like an itch on the bottom of your foot. Like, dude, anytime the bottom of your foot itches, not necessarily a bug bite, but like just itches. That pain. Shit is so sensitive. Trying to scratch the bottom of your foot is the worst.
Trying to scratch it while you're already like ticklish.
Yep.
it's a little double sword. I'm like, fuck. Actually, that's right now. I have my skin peels actually my foot. But no, yeah, I feet kind of suck. On the topic of feet a little bit, I hate my toes.
Oh.
I what's it called? I say I have nice hands, right? But God, my fucking big toes. It's an absolute unit. It's that's like the Romanian toes, but like mine just. It's like toe 1, toe 2, toe 3, and then big toes. Like it's like 3 times the size. I'm like, holy shit! Ain't nobody sucking my toes.
Nope.
That's my pet peeve. Nobody's sucking my toes.
True. This girl I know got paid like $200 to go to a hotel room with a guy and let him suck her toes for like 10 minutes.
God damn it. That's my pet peeve. I want somebody to suck my toes.
Dude, can I just get a foot fetish person to exploit?
Please. God damn it. Yeah. My pet peeve is why can't I exploit men like that? Fuck.
Right.
Shit. Also a pet peeve.
Yeah.
Indecisive people. But like I get being indecisive if you're genuinely indecisive, but being indecisive about everything.
Yeah.
Or like I get like try and be nice and be like, oh, what do you want to do? And it's like, I don't know, I don't care, whatever you want to do. Mm-hmm. I'm like, bro, I'm asking you.
Yep.
You can bring it back to me. I was like, do you want to do this instead? I'm like, then I'll answer. But like, damn, or like food. Like, it's I think
just throw out an idea.
Yeah,
even if you don't know exactly what you want, throw out some ideas.
Exactly. Put something on the table. Holy shit. Like, I think I can't tell what annoys me more. I want to see your opinion. What annoys you more? People who shut down ideas immediately or indecisive people? Like always indecisive people.
Indecisive. Because I would rather have you like knock something out of the options
Mm-hmm.
than
not put
anything at all. Like if you really don't want Chinese food and you're like, and someone brings up, ooh, Chinese, and you're like, I had Chinese yesterday, I really don't want Chinese. Like, that's fine with me.
Mm.
But because I do that.
Me all the time.
Yeah.
How about like people just like in general who's like knock down ideas is like any like, or like, oh, have you tried this? Like, I never want to do it. It's like, no, I don't want to do it. Or it's like
not necessarily, because like there's a lot of shit that I'm like that with, and I like get it. Like like when people ask me to go on a roller coaster. No.
Yeah, true.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that.
Even though the one we did was the little baby one, and we're on that ride, by the way. That shit was loose.
Yeah.
It was a baby roller coaster and it was loose, and we're like, maybe this chair was like this much space. So we're both just like,
yeah, we're
holding for our life.
Dude,
and Cole's eyes were like,
that ride would have been way better if there was like some sides or something. It was just like metal track in the air, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
and that was a baby ride. We're just
yeah,
and
that's like the little kid ride. I was like, God damn.
And then you see my brother do rip ride.
I was like, bro, you told me this one, it was slow.
It was slow. Oh no, we didn't go on the Dr. Zeus one.
No, we didn't.
We got scammed in.
You know what's my pet peeve? When people say Dr. Zeus instead of Dr. Seuss.
And you know what's my pet peeve? Fuck Deniz. Because that was literally me. I don't know why I can't say Dr. Zeus. I don't know.
It's you and your brother. You both say it. You both say it the same way.
We just can't say S's.
I guess.
Imagine calling me Dennis.
Ugh. Deniz.
I don't look like a Dennis. I look like a Deniz.
Yeah.
Big difference. Big.
Dude, did I tell you that my sister got one of her friends to start listening, and
let's go.
And
organic reach. Let's go.
And my sister told him how to spell your name, and he was like, "That's not real." and then I was like, I was like, "Yo, what about his middle name?"
It was like,
how does BARIS make buttish? I don't get it. And
I get it. I mean, but Dennis sounds cool though. I used to be annoyed by my name, but I was like, damn, it kind of looks cool. Adding a Z in there.
It does look cool.
Adding a Z, god damn.
And then I sent a picture, and he was like, "Wow, that's not what I pictured Dennis to look like."
Damn, he didn't add me on Instagram. Fuck. His bitch.
I have a couple more like random ones.
Yeah.
YouTube buffering. Like, I get it. Like 10 years ago when they didn't have enough servers. Like, you remember like when you used to have to pause a video for like 15 minutes before the video starts. Yeah. But now YouTube is rich as shit. You are owned by Google. Like, get it together. Don't buffer my shit.
I think that's just your shitty internet.
It could be, but still, it's pet peeve of mine. I blame them.
I will say, internet is probably my biggest pet peeve. When anything, I'm cool with most things going down.
Mm-hmm.
But if internet goes down, I get mauling. I'm angry.
Dude, when you're on your phone, when you have like full bars, like your signal is great, but your data's not working.
True.
Why?
Explain. I don't know. I'm not an engineer or something. I don't know.
When you open an app and you get a glimpse of something cool, and then it refreshes right after, and it's gone forever.
True. That must be a TikTok actually, where like it was like a video of like, oh, something I'm interested in.
Yeah.
And then it disappears. I'm like,
yeah, that used to happen to me with Tumblr all the time.
Fuck Tumblr. Furry porn looking ass. Pet peeve, furry porn. No.
Dude, my sister keeps sending me TikToks about furries.
Yo, is your sister good?
Yeah, but it's about like bullying furry.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. We justify that. Ooh, this is not really at anybody, but the thought came to my head recently.
Did you see my lights just flash just now?
Yeah, it was like, is people who walk around in public with headphones.
Yeah.
Like, I get not wanting to be like social, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But if I don't know why, it's like this people like who it's like kind of like just immediately is like, nah, I'm not even interested. Like
People who always have AirPods in, even when they're like
Yeah.
hanging out with their friends.
yeah,
That shit pisses me off when you're like hanging out with someone and I see that they have AirPods in.
but I don't know why it pisses me off specifically.
I'm
It's like I think it's just not giving full attention.
like,
to
am
it.
I
Like,
not enough for you?
yeah, it's like oh, at any time, just pop it up.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but specifically when it's like big old headphones.
Yeah.
Like, if I walked around with this
size headphones
Yeah.
in fucking like Target.
Yeah, and I'm like, are you trying to like let us? I mean, I get trying to let people know it's like they don't bother me,
Mm-hmm.
but like, or like specifically like events. Imagine like taking out to dinner, and you like,
You know, one time in the at one of the
I was a
fifth grade
victim of
dances, at one of the fifth grade dances, I brought headphones and I just sat against the wall and listened to music and watched people people watch the whole time.
you're watching them dance to your music.
Yeah, my mom paid $10 for me to take headphones and my iPod Nano to the fifth grade dance and not do anything and not talk to anyone.
You just had bad experiences with dances.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't know why. Just something about as an audio guy, just people walking with headphones. I don't know why it just bugs me so much.
The sound design of the highway is
The sound
being
design.
interrupted.
True.
Mhm.
Actually, I have a whole
An
entire story
audio
about that later.
engineer somewhere specifically architectured the buildings so that it would reverberate in this way.
The reverberating acoustic paneling is incorrect because it diffuses the frequencies and the low frequencies bounce back at the bottom, so it feels it more in your body.
It all.
You're ignoring it all because you're wearing your skull candy headphones. I think this is dad related. Daddy issue time.
Ooh.
Somebody telling me to do something, right?
Mm-hmm.
One pet peeve is I don't like being told what to do. For the most part, I'm okay with most people, but being told what to do. If somebody tells me to do it instead of asking me to do it, two big differences to me.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, Dennis, take the trash out." I'm like,
Or,
okay,
hey, do you
I
mind
guess.
taking the trash out?
Yeah.
Very different.
Exactly. And like, I'm like, already they ask a question. I'm like, sure,
Yeah.
why not? Second one, I'm like annoyed. I'm like, really? I don't know
Yeah.
why. It bugs me, but when somebody tells me to do something, right?
Mhm.
But they spend an entire like time giving you details about everything. And I get being like, giving details, but like he's like, "Are you gonna go take a left here at this hallway, and you're gonna see you're gonna walk 50 feet forward, and if you look at a 35-degree angle, you should see this trash bin, and you should pick it up, and then you should wrap it. Don't forget to tie it 2 times, and then take it out. Don't put too much pressure because then it'll break the metal casing. You're gonna walk back with your left hand, open the door, push it, and then when you turn around, push it back to close it." Like literally, this is my fucking dad. It's like I'm like, just tell me to fucking take the trash out. Holy fuck! Spare me the details. I'm a human functioning. I can
You're
figure
24
it out
years
on the
old.
way.
24.
Yeah, I can fucking figure out how to open a door.
Facts.
You don't need to give me details. Yeah, that's daddy issues hour.
There you go. Little rant over. I have one more that was unexpected that I came up with. Well, actually, it's not all. I have one more. I have another one that I just noticed that I forgot to talk about. But so you know how people like have like favorite colors and they'll like want to incorporate it into their their wardrobe and stuff like that, or like little highlights in their life and stuff like that. Fucking yellow people. Why are yellow people? Why people who like yellow? Why do you have yellow all over your entire life? Your car is yellow. Your clothes are yellow. Your phone case is yellow. Why are yellow people like this?
Couldn't be me.
My favorite color is not yellow, but I had to make this joke.
You had to make this joke. Imagine you painted your entire room
Yellow.
Bed sheets yellow just for that punchline.
Yeah, but
Jesus.
I got full Bumblebee.
I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of drip.
The yellow on yellow.
The yellow on yellow drip. Hit him with it. Hello. See, we won't tolerate yellow slander here.
Yeah, we love yellow, but why you gotta be like that?
Has to be. It's like equivalent to like astrology. Your whole entire personality revolves around it. My personality revolves around being yellow.
Yep.
You just play Coldplay in the background at all times.
It was all yellow.
What else? What other peas?
Under-seasoned fries or potatoes.
Ooh.
Like when you go to a restaurant and you could tell they didn't put salt on them at all.
Oh, under-seasoned. I didn't meant to click my bad.
No, under-seasoned. Yeah. Like, especially breakfast places are particularly bad at this.
Yeah.
Like they have like home fries or whatever. Like literally just like a plate of like potatoes that have been cut.
No seasoned. Nothing. No salt, pepper.
Dude, it's literally like they're bland as shit. Like why? It's not hard to season a potato.
Yeah, and the good thing about seasoning is that it's hard to over season. I mean, it's possible to over season. But it doesn't even taste bad when you over season.
But you go to like Checkers and you're like, you taste those fries. Baby.
That's why I low key also like McDonald's. They do simple. They just do simple salt.
Perfect amount of salt.
Yeah, but every time, it's a craftsmanship, to be honest. Kind of impressive. I'm not gonna lie. How to get it perfectly salt every time?
It is.
It's
crazy.
Yeah, I think it's white people in general. Speaking of white people who call or FaceTime in public, like on speaker.
Oh,
it annoys me. Like we're at a restaurant, people's like, "All right, guys, look at us, look at us, look at us, look at what we're having today." I'm like, just take a fucking picture and message it. Like we don't need a live. You're not a live streamer. You don't have chat going, "Let's fucking go." Drake clap. Imagine making a meal. It's like, let's fucking go.
I don't get it. I don't get people who have to like, just in general, people who are on speakerphone in public. Why you want people to know your shit? Why you want to be loud like that? Like, put it up to your ear.
I think it's either they want people to notice or they just are unaware, which leads back to the situationally unaware. Like how much of an annoyance, like talking with a friend and like hearing the background, hearing like the feedback of it even, and like how like high like pitch it is like. I'm like, oh god, it hurts my ears. Back to daddy issues for a minute.
Oh
just for 1 minute. So DLC.
Yeah.
People who interrupt people to ask a question. So like prime example, we would have.
What's your primary example?
Prime example, we would have dad. We'll have a plumber come in, right? And something issue with plumbing system, and the guy will be explaining what's the issue. My dad would like, okay, but like how does this like, and like you keep interjecting and ask questions, and you can tell the plumber's like visibly getting annoyed because and it happens every fucking time.
They'll get to it.
They answer your question when at some point they will let you like, and he's like, and my dad's always like, oh sorry, and he's like, I'm like, just listen. You don't need an answer every fucking second. If you have 2 brain cells, you can hold it in, store it in the back of your head somewhere, and it will come back eventually. If it doesn't, they're an expert. They probably will answer it for you. And 9 times out of 10,
they do.
And I was like, oh yeah, they answered my question for me before I asked. They're an expert for a reason. And that's another pet peeve is people who don't give respect to experts. They're like, I've been doing this for 20 years. I know what I'm talking about. Let me do my thing. Don't look over me at all times. If you're trying to learn, that makes sense. But like always be like, oh, so that like, oh, but that doesn't work. That didn't do that last time. I'm like, your feedback means nothing to me. You're not giving me anything of value. Which then goes to another pet peeve. Sorry. This is like logically like sequential.
You're good. Go off.
People who speak but have nothing to say. They talk. It's like the one TikTok is like, see, you gotta look at this from like a bird's eye point of view, and then you understand. But you have to actually change it to the worm's eye point of view, and like you just think there's an anomaly that like everybody has a different experience, and that you'll never understand their experience. I'm like, thanks for explaining experiences. Woo, cool. Woo. Let's go. Great job.
It's like that TikTok of Cody Ko, and he's like stitched with the girl who's like, if we didn't have our five senses, we wouldn't perceive reality the way we do now. And it's like, yeah, true.
Whoa.
Who the fuck invited this guy? Like,
who the fuck is this?
like,
and they try to
So
sound so
true.
woke. They try to sound so
true.
big brain.
Mm-hmm.
But then like the best big brain moments is when literally when he just like I said, when he don't speak up, it sounds like he's speaking down. Classic. Classic. You know, it's what's it called? When you, on top of your head you can just speak it and it's like it's a intellect. Improv, yeah. But you just on the spot. That's a big brain moment. It just comes natural. You don't need to force it and shit like that. So yeah, it's just I remember going to parties and seeing a guy talk to a girl, and he's like talking about crypto or some shit. Or some,
I think I know which guy you're talking about. Do I know which guy?
I think so. You were there.
Mind meld with me. It's one of two people. One of them does it a lot, and one of them there was a specific time.
This is the specific time.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
But the other person I'm thinking about is also also there. Also there.
But they just do it like all the time. It's like just their thing. They will spend 20 minutes.
Maybe we're thinking of a different other person. It's a friend of that person.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm giving it hands like the.
Well, yeah, I know that. That. Okay, I'm thinking of three people then.
Holy shit, there's so many. Wait.
Well, they're all associated with that one person.
I'm actually struggling to think about a third person. Fuck. Give me clues.
Blonde.
Oh yeah. The skies. Dude, have you ever looked at the skies?
Yeah.
I remember this specifically. We're just sitting there. And it's like, bro, like I get it. Skies are fucking beautiful. I have my moments where I look at the clouds. I'm like, damn.
He's like, y'all ever listen to Sublime? Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck up.
Y'all ever like listen to like the the wind and like the frequency of the wind just like bounces off your body and it reverberates in your chest?
Bro,
damn.
Move back to California, please.
Please.
I can't handle this shit.
They have nothing to say. They spend 30 minutes talking, but they have nothing to say.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're playing Jenga, and we stopped playing because you want to talk about skies.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go back to Jenga. And
yeah, let's go back to Jenga. Yeah, that's more fun.
Yeah, fuck this guy. Let's go back to Jenga.
I am building my tower up to the skies while you are lost in while your head's in the clouds, silly bitch. That face. That face. That was a great face.
While you're getting lost in the skies, I'm building to the skies. Which leads to my next pet peeve.
Oh no.
Guys who are obsessed with being an entrepreneur.
No! No! True.
Entrepreneur in bio, straight up.
Yeah.
Like it's okay. Being an entrepreneur is one of the toughest things you can do.
But actually do some shit.
Yeah, starting a business is among the most stressful things you can ever do in your life, probably. But holy shit, you made an Etsy account and he sold, I don't know, stickers or something. You're like,
yeah,
entrepreneur.
Dude, reselling, like buying shit in bulk and then just reselling is
damn entrepreneur. Go crazy. Oh, that's what I hate also. When like talk about like entrepreneurial shit like that. And it's like, I was like, oh, they're just smarter than you. Like that. Like they exploited a system, buying in bulk, I guess. They exploited a system to make money. It's actually really smart. I'm like, it's not smart. It's easy. It's simple. But I guess people are just lazy, which is a valid thing to say. Mm-hmm. Or they don't have like enough startup money.
That's like crypto people and like stock market people. Like, yes, I get that if I like did my research and also had startup money and also like was dedicated to it and did it 24/7, I could also be rich fairly quickly.
Yeah.
But I don't fucking care. I don't want to be a douchebag. Like,
yeah, I think I speak for myself in this part, but I guess like I don't want to make money through that way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's
either like
you always see the things on Snapchat and it's like, this 17-year-old is a millionaire, and I'm like, cool, I bet he started with pennies. I bet he does like day trading.
Yeah,
I bet he does fucking day trading.
I'm a
all
full
day for
believer.
9 hours.
I'm a full believer of the saying, as quickly as you rise, as quickly as you fall.
True.
I think you gotta naturally grind Work your way up at a
True.
good slope. I genuinely believe that because I see all the times like with YouTubers at least who blow up overnight, and as quickly as they rise, as quickly as they fall. And I think just I pet peeve also goes back to it. People who are like who say like fuck school and stuff like that. Which well, but who are like who makes it a personality? It's like, you know, actually I don't think you need to go to school to become successful, or like, you know, just become an entrepreneur. Something that's vague. It's like just become an entrepreneur first of all. But like scientifically, like studies show the most safest way to become an upper middle class by far is to get an education.
To get a degree. Yeah, or get an
it's
education.
By far, it's a big margin. So like having families who are like impoverished and you tell them like just become an entrepreneur. I'm like, no, I want to go to safe route and let me help my family get above where we are now. Right. And you tell me to be like, no, become an entrepreneur. You don't be part of the system. Like sometimes I just want a stable life.
Yeah.
I just
let me be part of the system.
Yeah.
Let me be a cog in the machine that works.
Exactly. And I mean, like, that's okay. Like what I'm looking for in life is I have a 9 to 5 and not deal with that 9 to 5 for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
When you're an entrepreneur, your whole entire day revolves around being the job.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, I like
you
stability.
never stop working and it's annoying as shit.
Yeah. And I like structure. Structure is so important to me. I don't know why. But yeah, just people who are just like make the whole entire personality entrepreneur. Like, cool, you got money. Nobody cares. It's a first like 10 minutes like, oh, that's cool. You have some nice stuff. And then nobody cares after that. I don't know. I think, yeah, that's one of my biggest pet peeves. Just people who
I want you to know, one of my exes, when we first got together, she like introduced herself as like having her own business. I don't know what it was. I don't think we ever talked about it in the like 9 months we were together. I don't think we ever mentioned it after like the first 2 days. I don't know what it. I don't know
what the business is.
I don't know what the business was. I don't know if she actually did it or not. Like I don't know if it existed.
I'm on bet it's Etsy related.
Tell you.
I think. Do you have any more?
I was just gonna talk about the interrupting thing more. I hate my biggest pet peeve.
I fucking hate that
ever. I think my biggest pet peeve ever is being interrupted. I mean, a bunch of my friends are super guilty of it, like interrupting me all the time. You're not even one of the worst offenders, honestly. But I get interrupted all the time, and it makes me just not want to talk. Like, it makes me feel like you don't give a shit about what I'm saying, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I will try and tell a story 4 times and keep getting interrupted, and I'm just like, I'm fucking done, bro. Like,
I've seen when that happened actually, and I'm like, Cole's telling a fucking story. I guess you want to. I understand you want to make like these comments, make it about you and stuff like that, make it funny, you know, put a funny joke in there, and then but completely changes to a different conversation. Yeah, I've visibly seen that shit. Fuck.
Yeah,
I will.
So that's my biggest one.
Yeah, I get that.
That's why I have a podcast so that people can't interrupt.
They just skip. Just
right.
Exactly. That's not the same thing as interrupt.
At least I don't know about it.
Yeah. Exactly. I think those were most of my pet peeves, I believe.
What do you think your biggest one is? What's your pinnacle? What's your?
I'm going through my list. What was the one that bugs me the most? I think mostly revolves around people who are just cocky, I guess, in general.
People are full of themselves. Think they know all this. Think they're the big shit.
Yeah. I think, like, and honestly, to be honest, most people say like confidence is attractive.
Yeah. But there's a difference between confidence and like main character syndrome.
Yeah, it's protagonist. But like, I don't honestly even find confidence attractive, to be honest. I'm trying to become more confident, obviously. But like, as a person, I don't really care if somebody's confident, as long as they're not like always down on themselves every fucking like 5 minutes. And it was like, they're like, oh, I have insecurities about myself. I was like, yeah, it's perfectly valid to have insecurities about yourself. Of course. And it was like, yeah, I know what I like. When somebody's like, oh, I know what I like. It was like recent. It was when I was talking to a girl like past month, whatever. And we kind of like stopped talking for like 2 days, whatever. It was like just it was honestly just miscommunication. Like we were just busy and stuff like that. And then, I messaged back. I was like, hey, sorry, I was really busy. Sorry about that. He's like, it's okay. And like, I miss chatting with you, but it wouldn't have been a big deal if you stopped talking to me because I don't get attached. I'm like,
what the fuck?
I'm like, oh, okay. Sorry. I mean, I just said I was busy, but like, like I didn't need to hear that. Nor was like, I don't know. It was like, it's like that doesn't come off as cocky to me. I think it's still within the realm of like confident, but
that's like
budging.
That's like saying, yeah, my life is so interesting that people just come and go, and I don't really care because I'm so cool that I don't need anyone else to stay.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just like
fuck off then.
Yeah, I guess I'll just fuck myself.
Right.
I guess.
Right.
Ooh. This is a pet peeve. This is probably my last pet peeve.
Okay, yeah.
And it's to the boys specifically. Fellas, you're guilty of this.
Boys.
Fellas, listen.
You know when you'll get.
Hey, you know when you go like bitchy. Fellas, you have to stop looking at women like their body in public. Like I get an ass passes by and
you're like she
and like sheesh, and then that's it. Like it shouldn't last longer than like 1 second. If that does happen.
Yep.
I like this is no woman's body is like that, like godlike, where I'm like, I have to stare at it for like 10 seconds straight. It's
or at least
on my
shy,
mind.
At least be like sneaky about it. Fuck.
I guess like sneaky, you can't even defend it. I was like, yeah, I guess be sneaky. Just don't make it like,
yeah.
You're like, shit. Like
Right.
it's okay to like get off guard, like off guard by somebody who's like, damn, that person's really fucking beautiful.
Yeah,
like,
sometimes that happens where someone passed by you.
And you're just like, you just see, and whenever I do this, like,
yeah, what, dude? If you ever see me and Dennis go, then
just move on.
You
That
know,
was
what's
like,
up. You know what's up.
Yeah, but like I think it's just, yeah, I think even the sneaky part, I think it's like it's okay. It's like, don't make it like noticeable. I think guys like at Universal, this is fucking all time. Like a girl passes by, and they're like they move their whole entire head, their body, and I'm like, you don't have to make it known.
Mm-hmm.
That's just uncomfortable. You just be like, oh shit, a body, and then once it gets out of your vision, it gets out of your vision.
Yeah,
every ass is the same. It's an ass. I don't low testosterone gang, but it's just an ass. Okay, it's not like a face I get. I'm like beautiful. I'm like I don't know. It's just
some booties built different, bro.
Some boobies just hit a little bit different. But then you get the startled face. You're like, damn. And he's kind of, I don't know. It's just
take it in stride.
Exactly. You'll find another one. It'll come.
True.
We're in Florida. They're everywhere.
True.
That's that was my messages. That was my PSA to the boys.
Yeah.
At the gym too.
One.
Also, don't harass women at the gym. That's really annoying.
Yep.
It's also it's awkward because I've seen TikToks about it. It's like the fellas, when you see a girl sit in front of you, you just look down. This floor is looking really floory. The ceiling? Damn, this ceiling is kind of ceiling like. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. And I fucking feel that.
When you're walking up the stairs and someone in front of you, you're trying not to look at their ass.
Yeah. I was like, oh, damn.
These stairs crazy.
Damn, the
reverb
reverb
today.
Yeah, like the reverb on the stairs. What decibel? What decay time is this reverb at?
Right.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, fellas. PSA. Mm-hmm. And that's my last message.
Yeah.
That was my last message to the games.
Oh, I forgot one about green lights. Green lights
back at cars, baby.
Green lights that are really short. That's it.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one in 408 like that. Yeah. Fuck that one. It's a busy road too. God damn it.
Yeah.
Fucking hate them.
Yeah. All right. I got nothing left.
I think that's all my pet peeves in life. Nothing else angers me.
Yeah. If you do any of those, fuck you.
Fuck you. You're not a fan. I think I take pride in not getting angry easily.
Mm. Yeah, me too.
But when I get angry, I get mauled. I think that's what I realized.
For the people who don't know, mauled means so mad that you're balding. You're losing your hair because you're so angry.
Exhibit A. Was it? I was talking to a friend and I was telling her how, like, damn, like, I'm kind of going bald. I'm thinking my hair's kind of receding. Like it's I see it. And they're like, you should try, like, they're like, that's not that bad. I'm like, That's not the answer I was looking for, first of all. Don't say it's not that bad. I've seen worse. Like, yeah, you've definitely seen worse. You've seen a fucking bald man.
person.
Yeah, of course. But they're talking about how like microblading is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try that. Apparently it's for like beard growth and like acne. Yeah, like shit like that. It's like, I want to try that. Next episode. You see results.
Yeah. Fuck it.
And that's the end of talking about my baldness.
Any closing thoughts?
Fellas, don't get bald.
Yeah, don't get bald. All right, this has been episode number 20 of the Dropout Court podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I have been Cole. You have been Dennis.
I have been Dennis. I'm no longer Dennis.
No longer. All right.
New digit 20 on. No longer Dennis.
No longer Dennis. All right. Everyone have a good weekend. A good, safe goodbye.
The good, the safe, the goodbye. Marines. The good, the safe, the goodbye.
The Marines.
The Marine.